don't understand. You should be dead. I thought that you...
You thought wrong, Myliad. Though I must admit, I too thought you bit the dust. But, judging by your cold and gray skin, I'm a bit too late to make any further judgments. So tell me, how did someone like you become a servant of the Lich King?
The Lich King? They would have killed me on sight if I were still serving that fool. What about you, brother? How did a lackey of Illidan end up in such a place like this?
What did you just say? A lackey of Illidan? Oh, I've been waiting for this day for quite a while. To finally show my younger brother the power that secures our birthright.
You might have betrayed the trust of our people for your own self-worth, but I died for a righteous cause. Sure, I might have been a mindless puppet of the Lich King, but there was just one thing I kept saying to myself while I was under his control. And that was freedom.
Enough of this nonsense, both of you!
Explain.
Yeah, who is this creep?
I was afraid that this day would come. Very well. My brother. His name is Myliad, which in the Thalassian tongue means blade dancer.
So, what does Myliad translate to?
Tight ass. Yeah, my parents were pretty lethargic when it came to naming me, but I digress. Anyways, you're probably wondering how Myliad and I went our separate ways.
No, I really
It was
wasn't.
after when Arthas and the Scourge invaded Quel'Thalas.
Okay, I guess we're doing this.
Our mother and father were slaughtered by the Scourge's Death Knights. Our sister was missing, presumably dead. And many others were not spared by Arthas' wrath. We had to rebuild. And it was at that time, during the Reconstruction, where Myliad lost his luster to help our people, but instead, help himself.
Leaving so soon, brother?
You're up early.
No wonder. Some of us have to work to save our kingdom. And what do I find? I find my older brother about to leave Quel'Thalas and desert the people you defended when the Scourge came.
Don't act surprised, Myliad. You and I both know that the Sunwell can't support our magic addiction any longer. I thirst for power, which is something that you could never seek in your life.
You think that I want to seek power? I'm a mage, Myliad. I'm not like Quel'Thalas, who hobbles his way across the world just to find an obtainable source of magic. I use magic to save my people. You have no excuse to berate me about my work with magic.
You're nothing but a pathetic runt, Myliad. Lost in the litter, trying to find a purpose to move on after losing almost everything. I will use that pain to multiply my power.
And how will you do that?
There are many sources of power on Azeroth and beyond. I'll find a way, even if it means destroying my mind, body, and soul in the process.
You're a fool, Myliad! You hear me? You're a damn fool!
And that was the last time I saw my brother. I swore that one day I would find him and make him pay for betraying our kingdom. Now that I know that he's alive, I don't know if I'm ready to forgive him at all.
Forgiveness takes a while, Myliad. I understand your heart aches and why you're confused, but believe me, When the time is right, you'll be ready to forgive him for leaving your home and betraying your trust.
You're right. Thank you, Ms. Marthael, you can let go of my brother. I think I'm ready to talk to him.
Very well.
What the? Why? Why must you keep tormenting me? I've been in prison for many years, and this is the welcome I get.
Yeah, well, for starters, you should have attacked your brother!
He provoked me to attack him!
Enough! Maleus, we want answers. Why are you here, and how did you get here?
You're desperate for answers, I see. Very well. I suppose you deserve to learn the truth. My story begins after leaving Quel'Thalas in search of greater power. Little did Myliad know I wanted that power to lay vengeance upon those who would harm me and my family. In my travels, I was hurt, confused, and lost. I made my way south, far from Silvermoon, far from Myliad, and more hurt and confused than ever. I collapsed from pure exhaustion. The next thing I remember, I was entangled in a spiderweb by a demon wench.
Step into my parlor. Set the spider to the fly.
What the?
You're powerless. My children have kept you bound to my webs. You can try to escape, but in the end, there is no escape from the great Sandriel.
I'm not like Quel'Thalas, who hobbles his way across the world just to find an obtainable source of magic. I use magic to save my people. You have no excuse to berate me about my work with magic.
I was a fool to think that I was able to survive on my own. I'm nothing but a failure to the Cinderai race. Wait.
What the?
Know my name, bitch. I am Maleus of Quel'Thalas.
Fool!
And I name you the Damned!
I will have my revenge yet, Maleus.
There are many sources of power on Azeroth and beyond. I'll find a way, even if it means destroying my mind, body, and soul in the process. If I do this, then I'd lose everything I hold dear. Would I be willing to sacrifice everything to save my friends and family? But then again, I can't fight the Scourge or the Legion with a silly bow and dagger, now can I? was the moment I found true power, and from that point forward, I harnessed the capacity to destroy all my enemies. But if I wanted to do so, I would have to start small, train among the Illidari, learn how to manage my power, cull the weak, and work my way up. I returned, ready to face whatever hellspawn crossed paths with me. And in a stroke of luck, I went face to face with the devil himself, Regal.
Rise, my sons. Each of you have been chosen to lead my crusade across Azeroth. I trust that all 4 of you will return with a grand army by the end of the next full moon.
Yes, my lord!
Good. While Tures is preparing the prisons for those who dare meddle with our grand scheme, I will... We're not alone.
I sense the presence of a demon. Reveal yourself, scum! You have no business here.
And neither do you. I heard your names amongst the ogres east of here. You have some nerve to attack a defenseless kingdom, all for the sake of power? Who do you think you are?
I am the Lord of Blight, Regal. State your name, worm.
Piss off.
Why, you ill-mannered mongrel! Didn't your parents ever teach you manners?
No, but Lord Illidan taught me this.
Lord Regal!
Yar! Don't let him get away!
Damnation! Teleport him to your lab! Now! Diamond! Schmitty, with me! We're catching that son of a bitch, dead or alive!
It was a game of cat and mouse for 3 days. They searched every nook and cranny across Azeroth until finally, they found me in a cave in Ungoro Crater. I was a prisoner, trapped in a crystal, like many others who knew the secrets of the Cult of Light. Once the great battle above reached its climatic end, we were forgotten, left alone to be consumed by greater evils. The only 2 that weren't consumed were myself and Tures. He was to make sure that everyone was devoured by the unending maw known as the blightmare. He tried to send me to that realm, but was unsuccessful after many attempts. In his anger, he decided to crystallize himself for 7 years, until he could send me there.
What's the blightmare?
The realm of unending corruption. A paradise of decay and unease. It is a reality parallel to ours. Monsters of nightmare are born here, and all your hopes and aspirations are shredded to nothingness. In my slumber, I saw visions of torture, agonizing screams from the prisoners here in the catacombs. Armies rising, ready to invade our world, and ultimately, a disturbing image that is embedded in my head. I heard a name being called to me, trying to seduce me with its siren's call. That name, Rados! Ah! I might have sacrificed my sanity, emotions, and well-being to save my people. But for the first time in a while, I felt fear in my heart. The Lord of Light might have been defeated, but he is paltry compared to the beasts that stalk the very lands that Rados rules. So, this is where all of you come in. Each of you has defeated the Cult of Light, through means of ingenuity, strength, and determination. And it was all to save Azeroth. This has crippled the blightmare completely. However, day by day, new victims are being slaughtered to appease the Dark One. And ultimately, I fear that they may strike with a powerful army. But we are going to stop that from happening. So I ask each of you, will you help me save Azeroth one last time?
Yes.
Of course.
Oh, hell yeah!
The fates are with you.
You have a lot to prove to earn my trust again, brother. There will be dire consequences if we don't act now. I have no choice. I'll join you.
The vote is unanimous then. We will be meeting in Dalaran to discuss strategy in 10 days. In the meantime, I want each of you to prepare yourself for the rocky road ahead. For we are about to engage with the enemy. Frank, a word? I apologize that we had to meet under these circumstances, Frank. But I must say, you are a remarkable young man to take on and defeat the Cult of Blight all on your own.
Well, really, I couldn't have done it without my friends. And Jaren, of course.
You miss your friend, I see. Jaren has been a strong role model in your life, I can tell. And it would be great if he could fight by your side once more. Frank, might I make a suggestion?
You know, it kinda sucks that Myliad can't come into the church.
Yeah, who would have thought that his kind aren't allowed in here?
Yeah. You'll bet that the Death Knights get a bad rep around here.
Oh. I thought that, you know.
That what?
Still, at least he can start going through with our plan.
What plan?
You want to know, don't you? Well, here you go. Mileus told me something before we left. That we need strong men and women like Jaren, but in my opinion, none of them pale in comparison to the man himself.
What are you saying?
My friends, we're going to bring Jaren back from the dead. Hello, old friend. It's been a while.